In this video, we will discuss modifying points. If you would like to follow along with this video, please open the file 0308 modifyingpoints.dwg located in the training folder as discussed in the Working with this Dataset video. Civil3d provides many methods to manipulating points once they are in the drawing. You can use grips as well as the point editor to modify any part or properties of those points. Let's go ahead and zoom into a point or two here. And the first thing I want to point out is the grips. So watch what happens when I select this point. Two grips will appear. The square grip is the label grip. I can actually modify this as needed without any effect to the actual point. However, the diamond grip is the actual grip of the point. And if I were to select it right now, it would actually move the point, which would be fine if that is what I wanted it to do. But in most cases, you do not want to simply allow a user to move these points. So you would want to actually lock the points. And we'll go over that as well in this video. I'm going to press Escape to clear my selection set. You can select individual points if you wanted to, and then right-click and go to the Points editor by selecting the Edit Points option here. This opens up the panorama window, and you'll notice that I can change any aspect of these points, whether it's the raw description, the style that it uses. I can even override the description key set by simply changing the actual style that is being applied by the description key. Let's go ahead and assume that this one point actually had the wrong description. So I want to go into the point and actually edit the raw description so that it matches the correct one. In this case, it's a drill hole. I'm going to select that point, right-click, Edit Points, and then in the panorama window, I will change my raw description to DH225. So that's the drill hole number, and now that has that description. However, as you can see, it is not updating in the file automatically. So what you need to do, once you do that, because we want it to match the actual description key set, I will right-click on the All Points point group and go to the Apply Description Keys option. That will update any of the points based on their description key, and just like that, I now have an updated point that leverages the description key set and uses all the functionality within. Notice that the layer is also updated as well for that entire point. So let's go ahead and talk about locking points. To lock your points, simply select the Points collection in the Prospector tab, right-click, and choose Lock from the shortcut menu. This will lock your points, and if you look at the Points collection, you'll notice that there's a nice little lock icon on there that now, if I were to select a point or any of the points and try to move them, notice how I cannot move those points. However, as we said, you still can drag the labels and rotate the markers. So before I do so, I want to set my drawing up so it's ready to plot the points that I want to plot. I already have some pre-existing point groups to automate this functionality. I'm going to right-click on the point groups collection and choose Properties. Right now, All Points is the one on top. So what I want to actually do is set No Display to the top. Then what I have here is a point group that allows me to only display the points that I want to plot and actually set the label style to show the description only. I'll set this to the top now. And before I do so, I notice that it's out of date, so I will select the Update Points tool. And now I can click OK. And notice how all the points that are not in the Plotting Points point group will disappear, and only the description label style will appear. So now the only thing left to do is look at my drawing and rotate points and labels. The labels I will not need to rotate at all because they are set to rotate to the view's orientation no matter what layout they are in, which is exactly how I want those to be set up. In fact, if I rotate the view using the view cube here, I'll just rotate this in 2D, just pivoting it, you'll notice that the labels update automatically. In fact, what you can do is you can either use the UCS command to rotate your view to the actual view, or rotate it in a general direction to rotate points as you need to. So in this case, I'm looking around and I want to rotate some of my signposts because they are not rotated to the road. I'll simply pick the signpost point, hover over the point grip, and now I can simply either rotate the label and marker or rotate just the marker. And just like that, I can use the perpendicular if I wanted to rotate that by the line work. If that's not the desired result, simply rotate the marker until you get the desired rotation. Again, I can select multiple, rotate marker, and it's just going to use that one there because I haven't made that one a hot grip. So as you can see, it's very easy to set up Civil3d to minimize your view for the specific points you want to see, as well as rotating just your points and not the labels. This concludes this video discussing modifying points.